Okay guys, I'm in the kitchen today and I'm making some biscuits. So these are called Coconut Biscuits. It's my own recipe, so we'll see how it turns out and you can watch me cook it. I'll tell you the ingredients as I go and you can follow or write it down as you're watching this video. Now we need a bowl, a mixing bowl, quite a large mixing bowl. We'll need some plain flour, 2 cups. We'll need 2 cups of white sugar and we'll need 2 cups of coconut, desiccated coconut, plus a 250 gram block of cooking butter. So the cooking butter needs to be held at room temperature, but what I've done today is I've just put the butter into a bowl. You can see this bowl here, and placed it in hot water just to liquefy it a little bit so it mixes well. So we'll also need 2 eggs. So let's run through it again. 2 eggs, 250 grams of butter, or a ½ pound in the old scale, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of desiccated coconut. Now what we do is we mix that into a bowl. So in goes the flour, 1 cup of flour, in goes the flour, another cup of flour, in goes the sugar, 1 and 2. Here we go, that's 2 in there, and then also the coconut. Put the coconut in there, and that's 2 cups of coconut. So let's mix those ingredients together, just the dry ingredients together. Okay, just mix them up like that. Brilliant. Okay, now we need to put in our wet ingredients. So we need the 250 grams of butter and 2 eggs. Let me get the eggs. Okay, so here we are with the eggs. We'll need to crack them into a bowl just to mix them together. So we'll do this quite quickly here. That's 1. And that's 2. There you go. Brilliant. Okay, so if we whisk those together with a fork, just quickly like this, just to mix the yolk up with the whites. There we go. Don't have to beat them, just mix them like that. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll make a well in the middle of the mixture here. We'll place the eggs, 2 eggs, and we'll place the melted butter, just like that. Now, we mix these together. Just mix them around until it's all together, and then we'll put our hands in and we'll start mixing with our hands. It's a fairly dry ingredient. Have a look at that. It's not sloppy, but as we mix it around it'll become more drier even still. Just make sure all those lumps of butter are dissolved, mixed in well, and they'll come out as a nice pasty. Now we're doing this, we need to have the oven preheated to about 200 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in the old scale, maybe 350, but just keep mixing this together. Have your oven preheated, and we'll also need a baking pan. So you can see that's fairly dry. It sticks to the spoon, but it's pliable. There you go. Okay, so that's our mix. All that is. Brilliant. Okay. Now we need to place it onto the tray. Simple. So I've got a tray here. I haven't got a proper oven yet, just a pan out of the oven, and I've greased it. And now I'm going to put some dollops about $12 to the tray. So let's have a go. Just like this, mix it into a little ball and drop it down. Just like this and drop it down. Just like this and drop it down. Now I'm only going to put 9 on this tray, I think, because they will spread as they cook. And we don't want them joined together. Now, depending on the size of the mixture, of course, it's depending on the size of the cookie biscuit. Okay, so there's 9. Brilliant. They'll flatten down by themselves, and we'll see how we go with that. Just rinse that off there. Okay, now we'll place these in the oven for about 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes on about 200 degrees like I said before. So, there they are, in the oven they go. On the greased tray, and we will come back in 10 minutes and see how they turned out. Okay, so that's been 10 minutes. We'll open up the oven and let's have a look. Now they're a little bit crispy around the edges, but there they are there. They're flattened down as you see, and going to be quite tasty all the same. A little bit brown around the edges. The next batch I might put on a bit of tin foil. So we'll just let them cool, put them on a rack, and we can have a taste in a minute. Okay, so that's a few minutes to cool, so we'll just grab a spatula and see what we look like here. Just scrape them up gently, and there it is. Look at this. There we are. Look underneath. It's a little bit brown underneath. Let's see what we can show you. Here we go. Just nice crispy brown and nice colour on top. So the next batch I'm going to put on some tin foil to stop that browning around the edges. So we'll see how we go. We'll just remove these from here. And place them onto a tray. Here we go, and we'll lay down some tin foil, which I have here. And we'll do another batch. So similar thing, just take a fingerful, place it on there like this. They did spread out like I said, so we'll just do 9 again on this one. There we go. Now obviously you can have 2 trays running at the same time. While one's cooking, you can be preparing the next one. But I've only got the 1 tray, so we just do it a bit at a time. 9 at a time. So we'll pop these into the oven. I'll use the cloth because it's still going to be quite hot. And in they go. And 10 minutes, we'll be back again. Oh, this looks good. Let me just try this. Delicious. Back in a minute. Okay, so while they're cooling, while they're cooking, we'll grab a container and we'll put the rest into the container, the ones that are cooked already. So here we go. Just place them in the container. They're nice and cool. They're quite solid now, and geez, they're delicious. So we'll pop them in there like that. They come with a lid. Throw the lid on, and it's all good. check in the oven. Oh, they're coming along just nicely, just nice. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. While it was cooking, I made a nice cup of coffee. So I've been sipping on that and had another biscuit. So let's just check how these are going from the oven now. So we'll open them up, pour them out. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. Again, a little bit brown around the edges, but that's going to crisp up just nicely on top. Let them sit there and cool, and a couple of minutes we'll see how they turn out. Okay, so they're cooling a little bit, so let's just whip them out here. There you go. Let them cool a little bit more and then we'll remove them from the foil. Okay, so once they're cool, they come fairly well. Again, just put them on the tray for a little bit longer. That's my pan cooling down. And we'll just give another 9 there. Look at that underneath. Beautiful. It's still a little bit soft, but a couple of minutes and they'll be right again. Now, waste not, want not, don't throw the foil away, just turn it over and we can use it a second time. Okay, so again we go with the dollops. So that's fine. Okay, so making biscuits is as easy as that. Remember the recipe? 2 of everything, 2 flour, 2 sugar, 2 coconut, 2 eggs, and 250 grams of cooking margarine or cooking butter. It's as simple as that. Enjoy yourself. Please leave a comment if you will underneath, and subscribe as well. Catch you later. Bye.